Hello guys, once again I am very glad to welcome you all to my channel. When you communicate something over the network, do you know how much efforts each network device take to pass your data? Literally, they do outstanding job while handling the data. Now, let me give the hint. You are not the only one who communicates. This video is the continuation of my earlier video. I would recommend to watch that video before watching this one because I am using the same network topology in this video as well. As you know, every device in the network should obey the TCP/IP model standards. Then only it will become a network device. Again, I am not the only one who communicates. To pass my data from one end to another end, even these network devices communicates between each other. Oh my god. I assume this is the worst diagram I've ever drawn. These are the layers of TCP/IP model. Each layer contains a bunch of protocols which is used in data transfer. Within the device, while preparing the data, adjacent layer communicates each other. While passing the data between two devices or two entities, the same layer of different devices communicates each other. They are simply acknowledging what they are doing. I explain it with this network. First of all, let me get into the simulation mode. I got into simulation mode. Let me do some simple query over the network. So from my PC, I am simply pinging the web server that I have in another network. So I started ICMP. Let me trace it. First, let me check with the ICMP packet prepared in my machine, which is ready to leave the device. Here in this outbound packet, it has layer 3, layer 2 and the layer 1 information through which it is transmitting the data. Let me check the PDU. PDU is nothing but the protocol data unit. In PDU, it shows the format of the frame and the packet and the segment. It will be easy for us to know what's happening actually. When you see the layer 3 data diagram, it shows the version 4, which means the IP version 4, and it holds the TTL value, which means the time to live value. And this TTL value will be reduced by 1 for every hop that this packet is transmitting. And it will be reducing until it reaches the destination. Once it reaches the destination endpoint renew this TTL while sending the response back to the source. This layer 3 packet will aware the transport layer protocol which is being transmitted. The field protocol which represents the transport layer protocol. Here it represents the protocol 1, which is nothing but ICMP. If we check in the IANA website for protocol numbers, we will be able to see the protocol number represents the ICMP protocol. So this is how the adjacent layer communicating. When transmitting the data, each and every layer works for its upper layers. You can see my frame is in second device. Let's check what are the details exist in this frame. Since it is a layer 2 switch, it only works in layer 1 and layer 2, so it has only these two details. So this is my laptop MAC address and this is the MAC address of my gateway. The switch well aware where to distribute that particular frame. Let's see the PDU. Now an interesting part. Let me explain FCS field in the Ethernet frame so that you will be able to understand what is meant by same layer interactions. So the FCS, frame check sequence. When we are transferring over the physical mediums like fiber optics and Ethernet, electrical Ethernet cables, there will be some losses. So you won't be getting the data as it is. So layer 1 and layer 2 works together beautifully to tackle this kind of errors. So note down this FCS value. It is simply 0, which is in my L2 switch. Let me check the same field in my laptop, the FCS field, the same number. So actually what is FCS? This is frame check sequence. Before sending the frame into a physical medium, the network interface card in my end user device does some complex mathematics on the frame and stores the result in this FCS field. So, and then it passes the frame into the physical medium. So the switch obviously receives the frame from the physical medium and applies the same complex mathematics on that frame, and it should get the same results that's stored in this field. If there is a difference, the switch simply discards that frame. It either won't try to recover that frame, it simply discards it. So, which makes sure there is no loss in the physical medium. I would say this is one of the best examples to give for the same layer interaction between devices. So instead of ICMP, let me try with some other layer 7 protocol so that I'll be able to explain the communication between the transport layer and the application layer. So I query for the web traffic. Let me query a website here. I queried it. So as I explained in my earlier video, it has to get the logical IP address from the domain that I entered. So it forwards the DNS traffic to the DNS server. The DNS server is same in this case. Now the DNS response reached my laptop. Here my layer 3 detail will have the details about my transport layer protocol, which is 11. The protocol 11 is nothing but it is UDP, which is what the DNS uses. And in transport layer PDU details, I am having the details of the destination port. My transport layer well aware to which application the segment needs to be forwarded. In this case, with this port number, it already knows the query is for DNS. Come to my server. The server is using various applications to handle each kinds of data. If we need to get one particular service, then we have to we need to query that particular application to get the response. And that's all I've got, guys. I try to cover as much as I can. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing my channel. I'll see you all with another interesting video. Thank you all.